Hello, buddy.
Hello, people. How is everybody? A bit excited? Yeah, it's pretty good, isn't it? Everybody seen the announcements today so you can ask the questions? Mute the truck driver. I think you probably got some questions, Growlett.
What? No,
What
no,
announcement?
don't mute me.
Apprentice says what? You never know whether he's winding you up or not. That was an interesting one, wasn't it, Terence? Because it's literally just my head on Bruce Willis's body. The other ones have like melded them in and all the rest of it. That one's just gone, nah, this is better. Announcement. No, that was the first. Obviously, it's just the 1st of September. We need a cup of tea and a lie down because wait till you see the 2nd and 3rd of September. How much are these shops going to be worth, E-Massive? I don't know. I got no idea. Let's ask the audience. Choose one of our lifelines. How much is a shop going to go for on the 14th? 124,000, 100K. E-Massive, you're the second person today that said 124K exactly. Maybe you're two people. You're the same two people. 45K, 1 million, 90K, 50K, 250K. Well, you know what? I mean, we laugh at a million, but a bloody Bored Ape Yacht Club goes for, 40 ETH? And there's 10,000 of them. 17K, 350K, 888. Artes, you're just being difficult. Yes, and they'll be on display. Oh, E-Massive, you doing something that we know or don't know. Don't know. Not allowed to mute me tonight, Pete. No one's allowed to mute me.
Good thing,
So
Benny.
you're allowed to. Yeah, no, you can mute me. $250,000. I don't know, mate. Who's this dead mouse person that everyone speaks of? No, I'm just kidding. Can we watch the auction live somewhere? I don't know, Pete. Can you watch it live? I mean, you can watch it from your screen. You can't put on a.
No, you can watch it live in the vault on VR. Oh wait,
We
you guys
can.
can't do that yet. Yeah, they can't do that yet. Sorry.
We could. Let's do it. Let's watch it live in the vault. Could you elaborate a bit more on the impact of YGG guild entrance? Is the purpose creating more awareness out there? I think the statement that the CEO Gabby made today, or made for the announcement today, was a very good one. Basically, that one just stated that this is going to be huge because of the fact that people basically can play to earn for free, and they've got a lot of frustrated people in Axie in general trying to get in, or the barrier to entry is pretty high. So this provides another avenue or another pathway, and I think that this will. There's a lot of people that didn't get the chance to get in to play to earn games due to the fact of the cost. And if these people can play for free, and it introduces them to NFTs and games in the blockchain space, and especially cryptocurrency, I think this is massive. And it was said many years ago, and I've said it a million times on the record as well, that I believe that gaming or gambling would be the fastest route to adoption in the early stages as far as putting crypto and stuff on the map. And ultimately, it looks like that's coming to fruition. So, look at what YGG did for Axie as well. It's been phenomenal, and vice versa. So, I think having a lower barrier of entry and being of wider appeal. A Princess Cog shop. Yeah, that's what they say. A very astute lady there. Very, very astute lady. I was reading some clickbait on Facebook today and saw the RFOX VALT ad. Took me by surprise, but had a huge smile on my face. I'm glad to hear that. We've had people in Telegram saying that their relatives in the UK have seen it. I've got people reaching out to me on LinkedIn that I haven't spoken to for Princess Cogs would know. I think we haven't spoken to this person for probably, I haven't seen him for 5 or 6 years, and he's just said, your business popped up in my feed. I can see you gaining traction. So these are non-crypto people too, which is good. Can you get in the vault with any VR headset? Yes, you can. You can get in there with a Oculus. A random question about NFT white label platform. Pete, you got to tell me. Oh, you've already answering these ones. I've got to make sure. All right. So any transaction that goes through the vault has to have a charge. The white label is different, but obviously anything that goes through in the vault has to have a 2% charge. So I finally need to bite the bullet and grab a VR headset, eh? Well, I gave people the bum steer, and I apologise profusely for that, Joiner. I was it's good information to get wrong. I told people that the fully kitted out ones were like $1,200 or whatever for the Oculus, and then I realised that was because we bought 3. So I had no idea what I was talking about. And the new ones that Mr. Zuckerberg announced, I think it's 128 megabytes for $299. So they're getting cheaper. And with all this type of adoption with companies like ours that will bring in Southeast Asia, when the demand is there, these guys work out very, very fast how to, and it's generally our friends over in China are very entrepreneurial and work out very quickly how to mass produce stuff that's affordable. I reached out to the Tomorrowland people. They live 20 miles from my place. Mate, Gralek,
Yes.
I'll look after you, mate. You hook us up and I'll look after you.
Yeah, it's tough people to get in touch with, but yeah, we can have a try, yeah? Because they choose who they partner with. So for example, in the past, they refused to work with Coca-Cola. So they're really that powerful, so they decide who they work with. But if you get in there, yeah, you have to see it as promotion, not as a business deal. It's all about awareness, getting in business with them.
Yeah, but also don't forget that's one of the greatest advertising campaigns you could do, to go out and say you refuse Coca-Cola. It's like Gary Vee buying a $3.7 million crypto punk so that it shows the value of NFT so that VFriends pump. That's but yeah, well, I'd be appreciative for sure. If it's Oculus, will it be SideQuest or App Lab? I think it's in SideQuest at the moment, isn't it, Pete?
No, moving forward is going to be SideQuest.
Yeah, SideQuest.
Because
Apparently,
we're not
SideQuest.
going to be using the other one.
Yes. From what I got told, and again, this is not data verified, so I shouldn't probably say it, but the people that we're building with, our team, have said that it actually SideQuest is actually building 100 times faster as far as the number of apps and stuff that they've got on offer. So I don't know if that's true. Someone who knows should tell me or correct me, please. If it's App Lab, it means you're working with Facebook. Exactly. The VFOX holders receive rewards from the land sale. They do certainly receive rewards from the land sale, mate. And it's not just a measly 2% or 1%. It's a lot more. Anyone know what it is? Is Wave Pay and Food Panda on your radar? It is 15%. You're correct. Is Wave Pay and Food Panda on your radar for partnerships? Anything that's in this, so Wave Pay and Food Panda. It's funny you mentioned those two. So yes. One of those two is happening, and the other of the two is good mates of Brian Koo. So we're connected very closely. RFOX Run sounds like fun. What would it be like? So Artes, I'm going to rope them in. Screw them. Would you like to have me invite the guys from media to come along to one of the calls? They're pretty shy. They might only speak for 15 minutes or something, but you could actually needle them. They're the guys that we inherited from my media, and I'm sure that they'd love to tell you about it. But effectively,
I'm pretty sure I think they'll come and talk.
Maybe. We'll find out. So the question I thought we'd get straight away is, you've got a gaming studio. Why are you partnering with a gaming company through media? And I'm surprised we haven't had that question more, but maybe it's just because you guys are all pretty astute. You understand how things work. Really simply put, we're partnering with a non-blockchain gaming app that does like idle games. And that game will have tournaments. And the tournaments get a minimum of 86,700 people every day. And those winners and prize winners and stuff will be, everybody will be driven to the media site, will get an RFOX ID, and the winners will get NFTs, and the losers can still go in a draw to win prizes. So the game itself, it's a fun little game. It's a bit like, what are they called? Run Ninja Run and those types of games. It's like I don't know if you've got a picture that you can share, Pete. It's too hard to share across my devices, but I can get you some pictures.
Temple chase?
I can share that one picture.
A temple chase.
No, not Temple Chase. It's more like
it's side scroller. I think Mario.
Yeah,
Will
like
it have
Mario.
it- Will it happen?
We'll show
in
you a
the vault?
picture.
No,
This is
Benny,
this.
I can just post the Goama link, right? And they can play it if they want to.
No.
I mean, the original one.
No. Just we'll just leave it. We'll show them pictures.
Yeah.
And
Okay, sure.
you've got pictures. Yeah, you've got pictures of the Fox. You could probably show them what the Fox looks like.
Okay, sure. Let me show them what the Fox
I'll
looks
tell
like.
you one thing. I'll tell you one thing. When these Foxes get made into NFTs, everybody's going to want one of these things because they'll be pretty limited and they're going to be awesome for prizes. I want one. I'm jealous as hell. They're going to be.
The floor. Shh.
Yeah, I think they're awesome. There's going to be, I think, 10 of them. Have you spoken to OpenSea about having a gallery in the metaverse? Seems like a logical use case. We're speaking to a few of them now, Rasha. Two things I'll be very honest with. The two things that I was very slow on was talking to more NFT and crypto projects, even though that's what's going to be in there. I've been spending all my time targeting legacy businesses and companies. And the second thing was the VC side of things, because as you probably know, we're allergic to taking investment money. But as far as, there's been a lot of pressure on us to provide shops for VCs or whatever. But anyone who knows me also knows my philosophy of I don't want to be giving deals to VCs. I think that's garbage. So we don't want one person to pay $5,000 for a shop and everybody else have to pay $200,000. It's not cool. So they're two groups that I steered away from, and now we've come back to them. But the thing is that it's more from the perspective of if a VC buys in, that's good for us. They buy into the option, and if we can get a few NFT projects in as well, that's going to be very good for us, especially if they're big with massive communities. Who is going to stream a demo of the RFOX run game for us in this call? Yeah, we probably can do that, Urban Gecko, because this one's going to be run through, for those of you who don't know it, MPT is the phone company or the carrier. So it's on their platform, which is 23 million people. And then Goama is the gaming platform that runs it through their audience, and they've got 30 million total. So this is like some giant numbers. And then you've got to take into consideration which backyard you're in, because you're in My Media's backyard, and they've got 13 million. So a company with 23 million is teaming up with a company with 13 million to use a platform provided by a company with 30 million. It doesn't really take Einstein to work out that's not a bad deal. It has no conflict of interest with RFOX games. And if people want to say, why are you selling out and doing a normal game? I don't give two hoots about that, because the fact is this is about adoption. It's about bringing people in. And this is a acquisition method and an acquisition driver. This gets us massive exposure. And I've mentioned it a couple of weeks ago. These people play in Myanmar for $2 for top prize, down to 10 cents at 50th spot. So you get 10 cents if you come 50th, $2 if you come number one, and they get 86,700 plus people every tournament. So do the math on that. That's just so if we give out NFTs and we say, hey, you win this prize, and it actually has value that's more than 10 cents, this ushers in a whole new crowd of people. How do
And
you like the
then-
fox? The foxes are cool, huh? That's the actual fox that goes in the game. It's pretty bloody cool. There's 10 of him. He's got a bandana and he's got, they're all red foxes, Crypto J. And actually, I probably shouldn't say that either, Pete, but I don't care. I'm in an excited mood. We've got a project coming up as well that will use our NFT platform, which will also incorporate red foxes.
Okay.
You're not allowed to mute tonight, Pete. Rules are rules.
Okay, sorry. All right, I didn't
I
say
didn't
anything.
mute. I just said okay.
All right,
okay.
okay. Well, all I can say is this is the beginning of the we copped a lot of criticism for not marketing properly. We've copped a lot of criticism for not being more vocal about what it is we're doing. Taking a long time to get out those ads and explainers, and people thought, oh, maybe it's because they've got a tiny little team and they're not going to be able to move as fast. We have got a small team compared to some other companies, but the fact is that it is not as anywhere near as small as people might like to think it is. And the people that we do have work exceptionally hard, and I think it's showing now with all the stuff that's starting to come out. But ultimately, this is just like a little snowball that's starting to grow and grow, and now we can open up the floodgates and now we can let people in. So, yes, was RFOX going to be played in the vault? So, being very honest, Z-Train, this is being created for use on top of a platform that is already a tournament-based platform to drive acquisitions to the media section. However, media plan to use the services or combine forces with games to offer, probably saying too much there as well. Anyways, media will produce some games through license help, SDK, whatever, through games on their platform. Everybody knows that we're building an interoperable platform. The long-term goal is to have other people come in and build games that will be far more successful than the games that we build and start to plug into our network. And media will be the first partner that comes in and really does that and builds games through RFOX games that are not RFOX games released. But what does that mean? Utility for KOGs, utility for RFOX. You can join the dots. First Vault marquee client announcement tomorrow. Is tomorrow Friday, Ivory Eagle? No, tomorrow's not Friday. But, Pete, should we give them an announcement tomorrow? I think we should.
Yeah, we should.
Okay. We'll give you an announcement tomorrow. We'll give you 2 on Friday. Tomorrow's a rest day. We need a down day. An announcement every day. Yeah, Phantom, we did say that if you look at September, it's pretty crazy. I've tried to put an event calendar together and I was trying to put one out that I could publish without giving away too many of the things that we're doing. And the problem is there's something extras getting added in there every day, and it's getting really, really difficult to keep it. It's going to have to be a live thing. Tomorrow's
I can't build as fast as you're building the calendar, Benny.
Yeah, it's crazy. It is crazy. Actually, I don't think Pete minds me saying it, but Pete had to come in, even when he came in, which was like end of last year, beginning of this year, properly, go from the when you joined us and then when you officially joined us. Pete's gone from saying,
and officially
what the hell?
October, officially February.
Yes. But with his head, say, end and beginning, when his head's spinning and thinking, how am I going to do all this and all the rest of it? But in addition to the external tech services and teams and stuff we use, Pete's got a team that he's building up now, and these guys are absolute rock stars, and they're churning out stuff that at a frightening speed. So I'm very, very confident that under his leadership, we're going to get some pretty amazing stuff come out. So what does it mean? Going back to your question on what does it mean? Yield Guild games, they're amazing. They've got a massively strong community, 24/7 diehard gamers, and this is massive exposure. If they're saying, look, this is something that you guys can get in and play, and and it's been awesome that Fadz and the team have allowed them in to the beta to try as well. Because think of the exposure, and like, you know, in our Telegram we've got some pretty astute people, but you know, the first thing, why aren't they tweeting about it? You know what? A tweet's cool and it gets like a few likes and all the rest of it. Actually having users rippling through the whole community and them telling their friends, hey, we've heard about a game that's free and you can actually earn money playing for free. The amount of reach that this is going to have through Southeast Asia. We've got 2 girls, ladies, women, wonderful people that joined our team in the Philippines, and they both joined the team and said at the time when they joined the team, we think this is going to be the next Axie, and that's the hope. There was the talk of they've got a version coming out of the game that's going to be easy for people to access and to get into, and I'm really glad that that's happened. And you know, people will say, why is it not a AAA game, or why is it this, or why is it that? The fact is, you've got to understand it's got to be mass appeal. It's got to be easy to understand. It's got to be easy to play. It's got to scale. It's got to be simplistic. It's got to be fun. And that's not easy to do. So the team's done a great job in getting that together. We can't load our KOGs in yet, right? No, so Terrence, they just they announced Fadz has basically put his teaser out. So join, you can't miss Friday's Discord call. He's basically told people, start collecting sets, get your sets collected, start rounding. You know, so yes. Any others not revealed?
Gecko sent me a trade for the one that you asked. I mean, that you wanted, the Jewelers one. So yeah, that's reserved.
Oh. Jeweled Earth. I'm a Jeweled Earth. That's me. It's me.
Just counter with a different one then, Pete. What? I don't know what's reserved.
AAA game one day. Solid Gold. It is very, very probable and possible. As we've made no bones about it, we've been talking to AAA games, but one mainly. But the fact is that it's really early for AAA games to get in still, and the ones that are getting in are really just sort of dipping their toe in the water. Like I've said, our goal is to provide the interoperable platform and allow those games to come and build on or integrate into the platform. So if AAA games want to do that, that's awesome. But I think even Fadz understands this. We said that to him in the beginning, and I think I've heard him say it several times as well. Is he here tonight?
Hello, everyone.
Take the mic, mate. What we've said this before, and you know it as well. If we get this right, mate, and we make this interoperable platform, I think it's fair to say, isn't it, that some of the bigger, better games that are built will be by people that integrate to the platform rather than us trying to work our way up to a AAA. But I'm not saying that's beyond the realms of possibility. But you're the best person to answer that.
Well, as we scale with more players and more games, then the ecosystem is full of people with RFOX, with KOGs, and we have a large enough community that when somebody integrates our SDK into their game and make our NFTs work as assets in the game, then they're potentially inheriting an ecosystem that potentially has hundreds and thousands of users on the get-go, right? So AAA studios are a bit apprehensive right now because they're waiting for the correct formula to do it. But once we got it sorted out, what it means is that once they partner with us, then they have NFTs in their games to reward their users, and they have an additional community size that comes into their games as well.
Exactly. And maybe you're the best person to explain as well, Fadz. I'll give you another one. I'll pick on you for one more minute. People have been asking, you know, I guess it comes better to come from a gamer. What does a community like YGG getting involved with a massive reach and how much they did for Axie, what does it mean for RFOX Games and Cogslam to have a community like that involved?
Well, like what Gabby said, basically, there's a lot of people who are actually waiting for an opportunity to do play to earn. But because of the different business models for the companies who are doing play to earn, there is a barrier of entry, there is a queue, but people just can't wrap their heads around the fact that in most of the developing countries, any opportunity to make any money, even if it's considerably less than XC, for example, that it's entirely free to play, means that these people can just start picking up their phone and start earning money straight away without a long-winded process, right? So these people already know that playing games actually can make money. They're just waiting for the next game to be able to do that for them. And don't forget, even the people who are in XC themselves, once they reach a certain limit in terms of potentially how much revenue they can make, they will just turn on to the next game and start playing, and we will be one of them as well. So being an XC player doesn't mean you can't be a KOGs player and vice versa as well. So it is a
100%.
massive community that we're tapping, yeah.
Massive. Thank you, mate. Jeepers. Hi, Benny. Not sure if it's been asked, but do you see any roadblocks in relation to Axie being termed as a payments platform and not a play to earn? How would this affect RFOX? So, Jeepers, we've done a lot since day one, and I think a lot of people know this as well. We've basically said we want to be like a Roblox, an open contributive platform, and we've worked very, very hard to have ourselves termed and classified in the States, in the United States, as a software provider or a software platform. We're trying very hard to be classified as basically that. So think about it like a Grab or an Uber. We'll provide the apps or the platforms, and we'll connect the users to the buyers, just like the Vault. We don't want to own the cars, don't want to own the people from a contract perspective, and we don't want to process payments. We've always said that. We want to partner with companies like your Gcash and like your Waves and all these big payment providers that we would look to work with, because those guys, that's what they do. They provide the payment rails. We don't want to legally have to deal with being a payment processing outfit or company. So I would say it definitely doesn't affect us at this particular point in time. And if we have anything to do with it, we'll keep digging and digging and digging and making sure that we don't, that doesn't affect us. I tell you, I love this story. It's almost as annoying as XP's story about the first minted coins MVP. I went into the secondary market, and every single time some joker sold a Bitcoin, I think Gralek, you're like a sniper, mate. We should call him the sniper, Pete. Every single time somebody puts up a COG for like the record lowest price, it's like Gralek's got it in his wallet in about 4 seconds. What do you do? Have you got a bot working for you?
He has
I
a
don't
bot,
sleep.
Benny.
I
He has
don't
a
sleep.
bot.
That's the only secret.
There's something going on with you, mate, because every single time I say, look at that, someone sold a bloody Bitcoin COG for $14 or whatever I find, and then I go down and go, Alec, how the hell, this guy's everywhere. He's like an octopus. The uplift turned on rewards last week, and even without advertisements, even with a $25 fee for Minecraft to get started, we saw a large increase in players and growing daily. Same will happen to COGs for sure. 100%. 100%. COGs has so much more to offer. The Elves, the Space Armies goes way deep when we're going to get it. Actually, a massive, I'll tell you, I've been talking to a lot of the other gaming projects and to some of the guys that have done really well in the space, because we were all around when everyone was small. And they were talking about the fact that the land sale will put us on the map, because once your blocks of land have sold, you've got land on the tradable market, which means that you're actually kind of like officially, you've got the rite of passage and you're officially classed as a metaverse company. And that's when people take notice. And then they had to quickly stop themselves and turn around and say, but you're not really like a normal metaverse company, because you've also got a game and you're also doing a free to earn model, and you're in Southeast Asia, and you've got other ventures as well. So really hard to say with you guys. But I think the most important thing for us, and a lot of people keep asking me, like, how the hell does this keep flying under the radar? But you've got to understand, it's only been 2 weeks since we've been able to put out a video that actually verbalizes properly what it is that we're doing in a way that people can visualize. It's a big concept, and it's hard for people to get their heads around. So this is still going to take some months before I believe, before it really settles in. I think it's just annoying XP story. Loadmaster had a bot ready for that Bitcoin from memory. Yeah, I tell you what, I always got a lot of the good ones. I'm always like the third or fourth price, but there's always these same two people that get in and get everything. Got a gold 1 of 1 vengeance the other day for 300 wax. Actually, Ivory Eagle, I'm not sure whether it's the wax USD or what it is, but I'm noticing a lot more people fat fingering stuff these days, or it could be that wax has gone up so much.
No, Benny. Default Atomic Hub listing is in USD. So if you're used to posting stuff in wax, you'll just put 300 and hit enter, thinking that you're selling it for 300 US. What do you call this?
That's the other one.
You're used to switching it to USD and then hammering 300 because you want to sell for 300. But then when you change it, it's actually wax, and you put 300, submit, boom.
Yeah, that's right.
They switch the thing around. So by force of habit, if you're always putting in USD, you will change it. And you change it to wax, and you put 300. You hit submit, and then people buy it for 300 wax instead of 300 USD. So default right now is USD, not wax.
Yeah, crazy. There you go. Stan Lee got the cheapest. Stan Lee. He gets the cheapest everything. Still only 3 foil planes and 4 foil mountains away from the complete foil and set. It's actually really bloody difficult to finish that, Hanford. I thought that was going to be an easy one to finish. Apparently people know when I buy that's the floor. It's hilarious, Gralik. If you see the cheapest of anything and Gralik's name's next to it, you know that is the floor for sure and certain. No one's ever going to get one cheaper. When rewards very soon. So what's your bid for the land in RFOX Vault?
It's the floor. Atesh is trying to find the floor.
Did any positives come from bad day sale with other IP? I think XP for us, one thing that people still haven't woken up to yet is the fact that if you do have a lot of other ventures and you do have a metaverse, which is kind of a handy thing to have in your back pocket, isn't it? That the potential to be able to do a deal with a company for KOGs, for example, or in a game, or for billboard advertising space or whatever, can also convert to an avatar, or can also convert to access or rights or whatever. So I think what you'll see is that the NFT platform will be the catalyst for people being able to get on and spin up their own sets. But once they realize that they can potentially integrate that, or they can become part of an interoperable platform, that's when the penny's going to drop for a lot of these creators. And I think we'll probably steal some of the creators that in the beginning that people think, how did you guys get them? And then once you've got a few, it's game over, right? That's it. Is the third video still due to come out? Yes, of course. I don't know, Princess, if you can tell us, but I think we had the third video draft, and we asked for a number of changes, and maybe Princess will be nice enough to write.
Yeah, I think we're aiming for about Wednesday next week for launch.
He speaks. Welcome aboard. Wednesday next week. There you go. Straight from the horse's mouth.
Sounds like a dude, though.
Does sound like a dude. This Discord cameras weigh 10 cameras add 10 pounds, and Discord changes the way you speak. Yet everyone can find a dog meme coin within 20 minutes of launch. It's funny, isn't it, Phantom? Because the other day I was saying to Pete, I said, hey, Pete, there's a couple... Oh, I can't say that. Anyways, we know someone. We got a friend of a friend who's launching some projects on Ethereum, and I said, "Where do you go to find out what's coming next?" And it's still like a secret squirrel. I don't understand. You think there'd be like a drop site that actually is, but all these ones that go for squillions of dollars sell for nothing in the beginning. They keep like 20-40% of them, and then they end up going for a bomb. Distributed weekly based on Monday to Monday, 12 a.m. GMT activity. There's a one-page announcement with how to make sure you're getting points only walking, running, and minecart travel for season 1. Sure you can do better next time. We gave out almost 40,000 wax last week. Interesting. That's why there's been so many weirdly priced NFTs. Yeah, Ramses, it's super weird. Someone said that they wanted to go in and buy 5 packs on some sale, and they were saying that the algorithm on wax takes a while to click in, so you can't sort by lowest price or highest price, and then people are getting their wax and their USD mixed up. So these new drops, you sort it by lowest price, and the first one's $270, and the second one's $60, and the third one's $400, and it's just like, what the hell's going on? Many foil lands from second 4x. That's the one thing, Hanford, that I'm really surprised about, because Pete, I got to mute myself today. We know. Okay, all right. I'll just say we know people that have said once Fadz, and Fadz is listening, and Fadz knows this, so it's no secret. Once Fadz goes out and says what tubes do, so what does an ultra rare tube do versus what does a rare tube do, and all the rest of it, that you know, I'm very glad that a lot of you guys have been around since the beginning, and you got in and you collected your sets and you've still got your tubes, because if he's right, and I'm not saying he's right, I'm saying if he is right, I would feel sorry for a lot of people, because what his impression is that people would see it like a scholarship for Axie or whatever, and that VCs, unfortunately, they've got a lot more buying power than us little people, and that they'd go in and start scooping up all of the tubes, and then you'd end up being in a situation where you'd have to rent tubes off of people, which we know is coming. You'd have to rent tubes off of people to be able to enter tournaments and stuff, and then it gets out of the reach of a normal human. So once we went out tonight, I was watching, interestingly, to see if tube sales sort of picked up and stuff like that, especially if you mentioned Yield Guild and Play to Earn games kicking off and staking coming and stuff like that. I was expecting that to happen, but then I realized people can't just magically wave a wand and have hundreds of thousands of dollars of wax in their wallet. It's quite a process, but then I remembered they're on Binance, so I'll be very keen to see what happens.
You guys don't say that I mute Benny anymore. That's too much information.
Way too much information. But the fact is, like, you know, anyone could put that 2 and 2 together, but sometimes it's okay to have a little bit of a push, right? I'll tell you what, when he said that to me, I thought, nah, but it made me instantly go through my collection and think, how many have I got 10 of, but no chance of getting a set of? Maybe I should just try and complete a few more sets. Let's talk Goama, India games, IPL, PTE, potential partners, potential ins. We've talked to cricket. We've been open about that, and have been for a long time. Cricket globally is kind of like an old man type of thing. It's got a very aged board, not very technically advanced. IPL and some of the like Big Bash leagues and those types of conglomerates are a lot more tech savvy. But where we started to sort of gain traction is because you've got a metaverse, you could actually do stuff like, for example, sell virtual seats, and then if a ball hits a seat in the real game, you know, you're buying a ticket and basically you can share a pool of funds. And we came up with lots of cool ideas, and there's complexities, and anything that you're dealing with when you're talking about large companies or groups or whatever take a long time to go through, and they like to shop around, and then you've always got Dapper sniffing around, haven't you? So there's lots of complexities. It's not easy, and it's very, very, very time consuming, which is why we went down the path of the NFT platform, because then these people can just come and build their own crap. So that's the other thing. If you are lucky enough to land a big fish, then they want you to be their only client. They want to be your only client all day long, every day, hold hands, walk through, explain everything. Why is this happening? Why is that not happening? It's kind of a nightmare, to be honest. And building an NFT platform is a lot easier. So, yes, so potential partners and potential ins, we're talking to people like we always have. Those talks are definitely increasing and improving. But again, we've got this far without actually selling out, and I back us to continue to do that. And the thing is that a lot of the people that sniff around are literally sniffing around. They can smell that something could be the next money. They want to get in, get out, mine it, dump it, do whatever. And we're just really not interested in that, because we do plan on being around a long time. We do want to have this interoperable ecosystem, and we don't want to screw it just for the wrong reasons. So yes, it's good to get exposure. Yes, it's good to get, and I got asked 3 times today, are you going to take equity money so you can grow faster? You've got a tiny team. It's why you can't grow fast. I think people are sorely misunderstanding the landscape. And if we get the traction that we're about to get, we don't need to take VC money. And the only reason that we would look at a VC partner is if they can open doors to us that we can't open ourselves, or that money can't open. So I just want to be clear on that, because it is a small team, but it's not anywhere near as small as people think. And we don't need to take VC money at this stage. So I don't know why we would. What's the utility?
Benny, just to add, when I joined in October, I believe I was the number 7th employee, and now I got 7 people under me. So yeah, that's how fast we're growing.
Exactly. I don't even know how many people we've got now. Is Wade still here?
We got 48 staff.
Core.
140 plus everything else.
And then 140 plus if you take in all of the suppliers.
All the rest. Yeah, correct.
There you go. There you go. So we've gone from 3 people in the beginning to 140 plus now. So I don't know if, yes, it's a small team. 140 people is small, but I think some people still think it's like 3 or 4 dudes. 140 people is a significant workforce. Who's building the vault, and any hints on the building, or has it been passed? Yes, now. No one's guessed the building yet. You'll know on Friday. We're still trying to work out how and when we can announce who's building. So please just be a little bit patient. We're trying to work it out. We're getting there quickly. See, when that's the thing. If you knew what we knew, you'd be a little bit more excited. But we're getting there. When ILV collab, we haven't really talked about it, to be honest. We did mention it on one of those interviews, and then that was it. We haven't really to be honest, it's impossible to keep up with all of the conversations that are going on. So we are looking for people. We understand we need a few key roles at the moment, and one of those is definitely I need a ton of help in business development, and we've brought some people on to. I'll wait till Friday to explain that to you, but we've brought some people on, and the first thing that they've pretty much said is we need more people. This is going to grow much quicker than we can handle, so we're looking for that. I'm trying to bring on a couple of big brand building partners at the moment that have got massive networks, but it's just trying to book times with these people and get in front of them and talk to them. This is like a luxury for me. Speaking to you guys every week, I look forward to this. This is like a highlight of my week, because it's a chance for us to reflect on what we've done as well. And I know the guys like to. It's great because we're in the trenches every day, and it's nice to come up for air every now and then and have a chance to talk about what we're doing. So it should be over. You've got 600 tubes, Hanford.
I've got over 600 complete sets. We have 450 some tubes made, but over 200 complete sets waiting to be tubed, plus another 20,000 cost.
Okay, so if anybody asks in the next week what YGG is, because we're going to get that question a million times, just say, go speak to Hanford, because Hanford's the YGG of KOGs.
I'm one of them, up there in the top 5 or top 10. Hard to tell because, like me, I've got some of my tubes in different accounts, so it's hard to tell unless you know my accounts that they're all mine. But 421 in my main account right now. And we have a complete set of uncommon rainbow that need to be tubed up from 2nd edition, 2 complete rainbow common sets that need to be tubed up, plus 4 additional common slammer complete sets that need to be tubed up. Half a dozen ultra rares, couple dozen rares yet. Yeah, it was got to be too much, and after you do that many, you got a little burnt out. It's like, take a break, wait for some exciting news when everybody wants to start trading again, and it's about happened. So I'm excited.
Wow, that's incredible. Haven't even opened my 3rd edition packs yet. The trading tube and tube fees are daunting at the moment. Well, mate, I think with the amount of people that are about to come in, unopened packs are going to be, I'm the same as everyone else. I can't help myself. I have to open the packs, but now I'm going to kick myself for the rest of my life, I'm pretty sure. You think there's any possible regulations that could hurt RFOX? Mate, I think the question, the easier question would be, do you think there's any possible regulations that wouldn't hurt RFOX? Every single man and his dog's got a bloody shotgun out trying to shoot crypto or from one direction or another, but we spend a bit of time getting our heads around what's legal, what's not legal. We've got, pretty good legal, and we spend a lot of time trying to make sure that we're familiar and okay with it. The same stance applies in the real world, and I refer to the legacy industries as the real world at this stage because this is still developing, is that if you follow the path that we're following with the Uber or Grab type of model of where the connector and the software provider and the platform, that's the safest possible route. We've seen this play out. I think I've read every single bloody book and legal case that these guys have been through. I think we're okay at this particular point in time, but who knows what tomorrow brings, mate. Does Benny approve of my YouTube channel covering the Vault and RedFOX? Mate, anybody, yeah, Metaverse Explorer, I liked your video. I liked your video a lot. I thought this dude's done a lot of research. He's gone in, he's gone deep. I'll watch it. I watch all that stuff for sure. I look forward to it. I watch a lot of it on 1.5 because I have to. I don't get much time to myself, but I make sure that I find out everything that's going on and all the rest of it. And that stuff's constructive, mate. So I'll spend time doing that. You've got your paid trolls and all the rest of it out there. I don't pay any mind to those guys, but someone who's trying to actually spend their time to educate communities and stuff like that. Like when you guys wrote your blogs, some of them I thought, oh, that's not right, or that's not, where'd you get that from? But ultimately, I really, really appreciate the fact that someone sat down and actually put in some effort and tried to get it right. So I love that. With both Benny and Fadz here, can we get an update on plans for what will happen with tubing fees collected? Is Fadz still here? I don't know the answer.
Yes, I am. I think we answered that question. Who asked the question again? Sorry.
Ramses.
Yeah. So the last time we spoke, it was same answer as well. We're going to use it for community events, and once we have the game out, then we should be able to use them as prizes or something towards that intent. We didn't, like I said, we didn't spend that much time thinking about that tubing fees yet, but there will be an announcement on Friday regarding tubing and fees as well. So you'll get to know a bit more information then.
I mean, training with the others to complete sets during the second edition was a full-time job. You should have tried first edition, Scott. My God, there's 200,000 of them. Were a lot less than that on the market, and trying to complete sets still is an absolute freaking nightmare.
I complete my 3 sets within like 2 days. Then I said I'm done, and
Yeah,
I
I
just
was the
bolted
same.
out there.
I got in early, and was the same, Pete. But I tell you what, it's like that old adage of 1 hour's sleep before midnight's worth 3 hours after. Getting in and completing your sets in the first 3 weeks was pretty easy, and now it's just impossible. And people always say to me, "You've got the only one." I think Artes, you've said that to me, Benny. You've got the only one. You're the only one who's got one, and I need it to complete a set. Do you know what it means to have a cog that nobody else has?
I know.
That
It's
means
frustrating,
that
mate.
means
Let me
yeah.
prepare your kidney.
It means yeah. It's not an easy thing to part with. We need someone to start a company that you send cogs to and they make sets and send them back, or we just actually improve.
It'll pass the 9-point funnel system, no problem.
Yeah, actually, I saw someone in an interview in the I don't know who it was, Ramses, you might know who it was. Someone was in one of, I think it was Upland. No, not Upland. Yeah, Upland. Someone did an interview just recently, and they asked them why they keep paying so much for their NFTs, and the person said, "I can't be asked spending 7, 8, 9 hours completing all these sets. So when anyone puts a bundle together and it completes a set for me, I just buy it. I don't care how much it costs because my time's more important." This guy's he buys everything. ILV pushed back their game back to Q1 of 22. Sure, they can't focus on partnerships just yet. The thing is that for a game, that's normal. You know, they get pushed back and back and back and back. And what they're trying to build at the level that they're trying to build it with this type of technology and this type of technology progressing as fast as it is, and people tapping them on the shoulder every 5 seconds saying, "Remember, I gave you 30 million." I'm telling you, man, hats off to them, because I would not take that for all the tea in China. I would much rather be in the situation that we're in, with someone not telling us what to do every 5 seconds. I say this all the time to our guys. If we had taken investment money from big VCs in the beginning, well, there's no way in God's name they'd allow us to build what we're building. I'd just say, just build one thing, choose one, do it properly, make as much money from it as you possibly can, and then move on to the second thing. That's what a person who wants to make a quick return says to you. What we're doing's ambitious. Will the shop options be live for anyone to view the bidding? Pete, I think you answered that, did you?
Will each shop
the
options be live? All the shops will be live at the same time, or you can view it. You can view it in whatever way you choose to view it. From the vault, from your website, from your phone, from your computer. Yeah, anywhere you want to watch it from.
We've only got how many more AMAs till the land sale? 2 more? 1 more?
1 more, and then 1 more during on the day of the land sale.
Oh, shall we do it? Shall we have a bit of a special land sale?
Yes.
Well, yeah, we'll do it. We'll get those competitions going. All right, let me
Can
see
you
if I can
promise a
think of
day
anything.
off on that day?
Yeah, what's a day off, mate?
Yeah, right.
I don't know. What's a day off? Okay, thank you very much for coming. Is there anything that I've missed that needs to be answered urgently? So Artes, basically, Media have launched their website, and they've announced their first partnership, which is a few weeks away. And now they've put a countdown timer to the TV launching. So the TV and the game will launch roughly at the same time, and then influencers are going to come in, and they're doing some stuff with Miss You, which we'll announce, and it's all going to culminate at the same time, mate. That 2nd to 3rd week of September is just a traffic jam for us. It's the next day, Benny, in Australia. Do we get an announcement now? No, madame. And actually, in all honesty, I'm going to have to work my ass off to make sure that we've that all the tech team's done all their work and everybody's done their work. So now it's just the last bit of polish. So we've got to do the polish for the announcement tomorrow. Yep. So, yep, follow us on the socials. Make sure you tune in. Glad you're all happy and you like that. This is the start of it all. So thank you very much for your patience. We appreciate it. I know it's been a long journey, but we've tried to communicate as best as we can throughout the process. And now we're getting into a situation where these little bullets that fly at us can just bounce off. So let's get this going. So thank you so much, especially to those who have been there since the start. For those who have just joined us, really happy to have you with us in our community. And let's do this, guys. Let's do it. Lucky. Have a good night, guys. See ya.
Cheers, Benny.
Got on the way to the moon.
Wait, who's